is anybody that has any question they want to put to the two of you, because I know not only are you parents, you are grandparents as well, which means you
Yes.
are already catering for the second generation. So this is your second generation experience. Some of us are still in the first generation. Hallelujah. So you are ahead of us. So you have quite a wealth of resources to bring to the board. So as a result, I personally have a question regarding something that
Yes,
my
madam.
sister said, because obviously, as always, I always like to bring clarity to the table. And I'm
Okay.
sure many people like me in diaspora in the Western Hemisphere,
Yes.
we heard something that you said, and our ears went like, boom. And we're like, okay, what
Wow.
does this mean? Okay, so I'm going to bring that question to the table. So, I please understand. I always play the devil's advocate when I'm sitting in this chair, because people think about things they don't say, or they didn't think about it, and I heard it,
Hello.
and it could be something that we can hear you, that we can all hear from, we can all learn from. We can hear you, ma.
You, we are, we
We
are,
can hear you,
the line
ma.
is breaking a bit here.
Okay.
Hello.
We do realize that, because you're pixelating a lot, which means your internet is fluctuating. So I'm just going to ask you to bear with us. We can hear you. We can
Okay.
see you. If you don't hear me properly, please just let me know and I'll repeat myself. But we can see that your internet is fluctuating seriously on this side.
Oh,
So this is my question, ma. This is my question.
right.
You said something about mothers or wives in their 50s or in their later years or 60s that are going back to higher institution, to higher education, to get another degree. I think you have stepped on some toes. I think you have rubbed some feathers. And I hope you're going to be able to shed more light on that, because I'm assuming you're not saying what people think you're saying, but I can't say it for you. So I have to come back to you on that. So is it wrong for us as mothers, as parents, to go back and get further education regardless of our age, when we are 50s, when we are 60s, even because my aunt was still taking education, she was still in education, still being educated as of the time she died, over 70. So over to you, Ma. Please help us to clarify this. Maybe this is the only question we're going to be able to take for today.
Thank you very much, ma. Um, what I mean by saying that is this: when we are going for adult education, let me call it like that, it could affect our parental responsibilities, because some of us, when we still have our children in like secondary schools or like that, when we need to actually take care of them, really engage with them, befriend them, get to know who they are, and help them emotionally at this age, especially teenage period, when their mind is fertile, they want independence at the same time, and they want relationship. They want identity. And if parents like that, we are not there and we are in school, you know, thinking, okay, I want to make it, I want more promotion, I want my career, to be up there. But our children at home, they are really, asking for our attention. They are asking for direction from us. There's no way we can really balance up if care is not taken. Not everybody, but majority may not be able to cope. And this is when, we have our children, you know, taking solace in some other people, either peer group, either, from wrong source, and At times they are with our aunts, with our, like in our school, for example, we have two boys with us, one from the senior sister, one from a junior sister. And in the home, they have a maid. So the maid will rather take the younger one. When he's going to buy pure water, when he's going to buy pepper, we'll be taking that boy. But the senior one will go to school. When we ask, where is your brother? Say, auntie in the house have taken him out. Taking him out to go and do what? And you take him to a corner, trying to fiddle with this boy and things like that, while the mother is going for PhD. We are in Abeokuta. The woman is Unilag in Lagos. And so, by so doing, the child could not cope in school again. You begin to ask, what's wrong with you? You've been very brilliant. Meaning that they are focusing on their own education at the detriment of these children. This is what, the kind of challenges we can face if proper arrangement is not made for the children.
Okay, if I may add one or two things there. The question is not, the word is not meant that women or anybody at any age should not aspire to go higher or develop. But if that will be at the expense of the children's life and upbringing, I remember some of us at our own age found out that our parents could have even gone for higher things, but at the time when they could have gotten such a was when we were ready for secondary school. And in our days then, it is all school are almost paid. I remember my secondary school, we pay about 45 pounds then per term. So my father has to wait and see that he make sure that we go to school, and he has to drop his university furtherance ambition. And I remember I was already in the university when I was helping my father to pay. I'm not the one. I just go. He give me the money. I go to post office to pay for his master's program. Then, so I was in university. My father was also doing a master's program. So, but the important thing that issue is all about is a parent must remember that we have this primary assignment for these children, and we must organize our life and our time. For every mother, especially mothers there at their 40s, at their 50s, at their 60s, working to improve their life, I say kudos to them, and I want to encourage them. But please take care of our children; they are our future.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Sometimes you open a can of worm, and and you don't realize what you are going to get. We have reached the hour, but there's still questions here. So I am going to break protocol. So anybody that is waiting for us to upload this later in the next few minutes onto IGTV is not going to happen because we're about to exceed the 1 hour. Once it is 1 hour, we cannot put it out straight away because there are several questions. Even the question I have asked you now is leading to more questions in my brain already. So from me personally, I'm going to write it down as the next topic or one of the topics that you're going to come back and treat on its own. I hope that's okay with you, Ma and Sir.
Yes.
Because it's a very deep topic in its own. My sister gave the example in Lagos of the person doing PhD. And I'm sure there's many people here. There's many aspects to us parenting. There are many tools that we can put into structure if we want to go back into a higher institution to further our education. Pastor is talking about how his dad had to sacrifice his own educational advancement when it was 45 pounds. Can you imagine 45 pounds? God knows how many years ago that was. Okay, so many people can identify what you're saying. So I'm going to rest my question in that area so that we can actually treat it as a topic another time, because I think that is a major fact in many homes. And I think it's a good thing for you, because you deal with homes and families anyway. So I think you'll be the ideal person to come on, and we can talk about that one as a topic on its own. So if we are okay with that, I want to now move on to the next question. You see, I told you, you've opened a can of worms. Everybody is now everybody is now coming on, because look, I'm getting response now. My auntie says, if you plan it well, you can use one stone to kill two birds. You see what I'm saying? So
Oh, yes.
especially because here in diaspora, we have to do that. If we don't do that, we cannot
Yeah.
advance. So we're talking about different continent, different environment, and all sorts of
Yes.
things.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm going to leave it as a topic. Even one of my sisters was already saying, how about the fathers? So please, everybody, hold your horses, on that question, please. Pastor and Mrs. Akimbo, both of them are coming back again. You bring all your question, bring all your family, bring everybody on that day, and come and bombard them with anything that they say. So with that being clarified, I'm going to move on